Hello again, everybody. This is X with DankMTG, and have you ever had a package arrive and think to yourself, "What did I order this time?" or not remember what you ordered at all? That's exactly what happened to me today. In fact, if it weren't for this little symbol or little logo right here, I would have no idea what this was till I opened it. Fortunately, this is here, and yes, these are the Cubeamajigs Series 2. Let's go ahead and open them up, and I know it's been a while since we had an actual live-action video, but let's go ahead and do this one. If you don't know, Cubeamajigs are these resealable packs from Cubeamajigs that are meant for your cube or just to hold magic cards in general. This one, as you see here, I'm using for my dice, and I even put a little light counter on the back. Just so you know, this is not sponsored by Cubeamajigs by any way, but let's go ahead and just open this package and see what we got today. Alright, so now we got the box open. Let's see what's on the inside, because that's what we're all here to find out. Looks like this flap's getting a little too excited. Let me bend that back. And yes, I did go for I think the $200 package, but as you can see, it is pretty stacked in here. Let me go ahead and get these all out, and then we can see what we got here today. So this is everything that came with the Cubeamajigs, and it did come with an order confirmation, which I do appreciate. It does show I ordered this back in September of 2021. It does show I have quite a few Scorched Lotus and only a few cubes or Chaos. Well, I thought I had ordered more, but it doesn't matter. You only need 24, I believe, for a 360 cube, which is just fine. So I did get some Innistrad ones for my Innistrad cube. I got some generic. This is actually a Chaos one. I almost called this Chaos. This is a Temporal Maelstrom, Scorched Lotus, Vampiric Feast, Chaos, and of course the Cubeamajig. Very nice. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate the packaging. However, I didn't feel the communication from Cubeamajigs was there. I do feel sorry for anyone that still hasn't gotten theirs, but also those that really do want them, because this was quite the journey. So now let's actually go ahead and apply some of these Cubeamajigs. While I'm doing that, I'm just gonna be adding some of my thoughts on this whole experience, because that's kind of what this was. It was quite an experience. This is my not just Shadows over Innistrad cube, but this is my Innistrad cube. It has Innistrad, Dark Ascension, Avacyn Restored. It does have Shadows and Eldritch Moon. It doesn't have Midnight Hunt or Crimson Vow, or at least not yet. It's a 360 cube. Now, previously I was just using a sticker and these bands, which are just pieces of paper I just cut up, wrapped around, just put a sticker over. And yes, you can see this is the Innistrad cube. Got some nice selections there. So these Cubeamajigs are very, very nice and very invited upgrade, if you will. However, thing is, this is working just fine. You know, piece of paper and you know, you can use tape if you have letter seals. Those work just fine. And look at that, we can fit, let's see, 3, 6, 7 of these Cubeamajigs in the stack and safe. However, let me see, because I believe this is going a little taller than the stack and safe is. Oh no, it's still closed. That's very nice. And yes, I do have the whole list, and I think there's, yeah, an extra card that I had to cut out of the whole cube in there just to keep track of everything. Very nice to have this on hand. And if this does get a little too big for the stack and safe, then I'm going to go ahead and bring this to Cubeamajigs. I realize I've gotten this far and have not actually shown this one. This one's called, what was this one? This was Vampiric Feast, which is very nice. Really, really fitting for an Innistrad-based cube. And here's a cube, well, cubed up, and as you can see, it looks very nice and it fits very comfortably in the stack and safe. It did leave 3 packs out, but that's fine. When it comes to cube, more than likely you have 2 containers, one for your cube, everything else for your lands, tokens, and anything else you may need. Fitting these extra 3 packs won't be an issue at all. However, you can see it fits very nice in the stack and safe, but you can also use the container that they come in, because it's like 2-in-1, getting your Cubeamajigs and your Cubeamajig storage for your actual cube. I do want to round out some of my afterthoughts. Price on these is great. I did look into it and I ended up getting the $125 package, and that's a USD. Now, one thing that is a little disappointing is the availability of pretty much all these designs on the Series 2, because on Cubeamajig's website, these ones aren't available, which I was looking forward to getting more of these. The Chaos one, and if I do upgrade my cube to include the newest Innistrad sets, I'm definitely going to be needing some more of these. However, at the time being, I think I got a good amount for now. I can only hope Cubeamajigs does get more of these in stock. Cube ready for your next draft or sealed night. You can just use paper, sticker, and a glue stick and have that ready to go. Alternatively, Dragon Shield does have their own version of a Cubeamajig, or just, I guess, a resealable pack. Now, this, once again, is not sponsored by anyone, but this is available and out there if you do need it. Now, I do also want to mention my whole experience, or just be more transparent and honest about the whole experience with Cubeamajigs. Now, I really do love the product, and this is to not take away from it. However, Cubeamajigs was very disappointing when it came to the whole service or customer consideration. What I mean by this is, this was ordered back in September of 2021 and expected to come out in February of 2022, only to be delivered the next year. And there wasn't too much communication on that. The last update I got was in January of this year, which was over a month ago. In fact, I didn't get any tracking or any shipping information. These just arrived, and I am glad that they did get to me, then not at all. But there was no, and I hate to sound entitled, but there was no compensation or gratitude. What I'm saying is, for the delay, you would expect the company to say, we're sorry about the delay, but let's go ahead and get you a partial refund, whether it be 3%, 5%, or 10% just for sticking by our side, or by including some extra products. Even if it's something small, like an extra pack, or maybe some other tokens, or the Cubeamajigs, something just to have the customers in mind, as opposed to, yeah, it was a delay, but here's what you paid for. That's kind of how I felt. Now that, once again, is not to take away from the product, because I am very satisfied with what I got and my decisions. It would have been very nice to see Cubeamajigs go that extra step for the customer. I do want to say I do stand by Cubeamajigs and would love to see some more improvements going forward. This is not to be complaints, even if it sounds like it, but just feedback. And that's pretty much going to do it. I do definitely recommend these if you are able to get your hands on it and got the patience for it. That's going to round out the video. I really appreciate it if you stuck this far, and really appreciate you as well. If you want to see anything, any magic related content, whether it be reviews of either Cubeamajigs, sleeves, or even seeing gameplays or the cubes, deck techs, anything magic related, we'll be more than glad to do that for you guys. Till next time, you know how we do it. Stay dank.